The career I chose for my final project is sports broadcasting. Skills include being able to be calm and at ease while in front of the camera. Sportscasters should be able to hold a conversation with another sportscaster while delivering important information at the same time. Speaking skills, active listening, critical thinking, and social perceptiveness are some skills required to be a sports broadcaster. Oral expression and comprehension, as well as written comprehension and speech clarity, are abilities that make a good sports broadcaster. They also need to know about the sports they cover. The salary of a sportscaster depends on location and experience. In March 2010, the average salary for a sportscaster with 1 to 4 years of experience was between $27,000 and $49,000 a year. The annual salary for sportscasters with 10 or more years of experience can be between $39,000 and $100,000 or more. Those who work for national media outlets can earn much more. The education requirements for a sports broadcaster includes having a bachelor's degree in broadcasting, communications, or other related fields. Courses may include audio production, mass media, broadcast journalism, media writing, and communications. Extensive on-the-job training is also required. Many beginning sports broadcasters gain this training through internships at different stations. It is very important to have a knowledge of the English language, understanding the structure and content. Along with the mentioned courses, IUP offers a television station where students can produce television shows. There are shows on the station where students have their own sports segments. John Madden is a sports broadcaster who began calling football games after retiring from coaching the Oakland Raiders in 1976. Before he coached, he played professional football in the NFL. He is also known for the long-running Madden NFL video game series he has endorsed and fronted since 1988. He is important in this field because his experience as a coach and as a player shows that he understands what he's doing. Charles Barkley is another retired player who became a sports broadcaster. Barkley played in the NBA and is a current analyst for the TV program Inside the NBA. Both of their knowledge, experience, and love for each sport got them where they are today. Based in Bristol, Connecticut, with over 3,500 employees and 6,500 worldwide, ESPN includes 900,000 square feet and 17 buildings on 116 acres. Approximately 400 square feet of additional office space is rented nearby. ESPN was just an idea originally conceived by Bill and Scott Rasmussen, with a little support from Ed Egan. After Bill was fired from his position as a communications manager for the Hartford Whalers, he and Egan had met up and thought about having a career in the television industry. They began to dig deep to accomplish their goal. Later, Bill and Egan discovered a name called ESPN, the Entertainment and Sports Programming Network. Egan and Bill began to pitch their ideas in June 1978, inviting 12 representatives from local cable operators. Only 5 accepted their offer. An estimate of 30,000 viewers tuned in to witness ESPN's first launch.
Yea, verily, a sampler of wonders. Hi, I'm Lee Leonard, welcoming you to Bristol, Connecticut, 110 miles from New York City. Why Bristol? Because here in Bristol is where all the sports action is as of right now. And we're just minutes away from the first event on the ESPN schedule. That's the 1979 NCAA College Football Preview. And then we're going to follow that with a doubleheader of games. 2 of the Professional Slow Pitch League World Series games will be seen tonight. Now, softball is one of those rare sports that everybody knows something about. Why? Because we all play it on Sunday when we drink a little beer. Now, here's another innovation on ESPN, and it's going to be a big part of our future. The Sports Center with George Grand. He'll have the latest on what's happening all around. George?
Thanks, Lee, and welcome everyone to the ESPN Sports Center. From this very desk in the coming weeks and months, we'll be filling you in on the pulse of sporting activity, not only around the country, but around the world as well. If it takes an interview, we'll do it. If it takes play-by-play, we'll do it. If it takes commentary, we'll do that too. That's the way we'll function from the ESPN Sports Center. and we'll be filling you in on further updates as the broadcast progresses.
After it was launched, ESPN made a marvelous expansion. By the 1990s, ESPN set itself apart from all their competitors. To make the gap even bigger, ESPN became international. Today, ESPN is a superstar of the sports broadcasting world. Its mission is to serve sports fans wherever sports are watched, listened to, discussed, debated, read about, or played. The company is the leading cable sports broadcaster, reaching about 100 million U.S. viewers per month with its stable of channels including ESPN, ESPN2, and ESPN Classic. Along with ESPN's live sports broadcast, it also airs a variety of sports highlights, talk, and documentary-style shows. These include, but not limited to, SportsCenter, College Game Day, both basketball and football, Pardon the Interruption, and many more. ESPN is a very successful company. However, due to new media, the future of the company doesn't look too bright. In 10 to 15 years, athletes, teams, and leagues won't have a reason to feed ESPN much information. If Michael Vick wanted to do a press conference, he'd turn to Ustream or the OCNN to send out his message. ESPN does distribute sports information very well, but that may not be the case down the line. A teleprompter allows broadcasters to read text while looking directly into the camera lens. It's a two-part device. Part 1 consists of an angled two-way mirror that reflects text from a monitor that hangs below the mirror. Part 2 consists of a computer and a hand controller or foot pedal that regulates the speed at which the text controls up the screen. Teleprompters are used so the speaker does not have to look down to consult written notes. They appear to have the speech memorized or to be speaking spontaneously, looking directly into the camera lens. I have always been an entertainer. I enjoy talking to people and making people laugh. I like it when people are intrigued by the things I say or do. I like the attention. Also, I love sports. So being able to talk about what I love for a job is what inspires me to become a sports broadcaster.